Vicky here with you, and I hope you're doing well. Today we're making some Christmas cards, and I forgot to pull out my blank cards, so it's gonna be 5 cards. But I was gonna do these, but they're way too small, so I'm probably better off doing with this one, this size. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're making 5 cards, and the reason we're making 5 cards is because I have 5 of these cards here that I've had forever, and somehow I'm missing one. Okay, there it is. So I've had these cards for a very, very long time, and I thought it'd be fun to use them because, you know, tired of having them in my stash. So I've pulled out a bunch of different scraps of red and of green that I thought could be fun, and then I've also pulled out some sentiments, and I've pulled out also some paperbacks. So somebody asked in one of my recent videos where I think it's a recent video, it might have been an old video, but it's recently that it was asked about my where I would find my paperbacks. So I used to get them at Home Sense, which is the equivalent of TJ Maxx or Winners, that sort of store. So that's where I was getting them, and so you can see. But I've had these forever, like very long time, and I haven't purchased any new ones in quite a while. So I'm trying to use the stuff I've got. I mean, I tell you guys to use the stuff you've got, and I try to do the same. Also, I've got some very exciting news. I finally launched my own website. So very excited about it, and I intend, because I know that some people are not on Facebook and don't like Facebook, or don't like Instagram and don't like social medias. So I figured, you know what, if I create my own website, then if you register, if you subscribe, then you can actually get newsletters from me. So I plan on making a newsletter a month, and to try to keep you guys updated as to what's going on in my life. And I might also send out little goodies sometimes, like little digital images or something like that. We shall see, but I'm very excited that I finally did it. It took a while for me to do it, and yeah, it's a lot. It was hard work, but it was easier than I expected, which is, you know, probably why I wasn't doing it initially, because I just felt that it was going to be hard, like really hard. And like I said, it wasn't that bad. So we'll cut out the image because I don't want to have that old border. So actually, I'm going to remove the entire border on that one. I might not do that for all of them, but for this first one, we'll do it that way. So I'm going to keep this because I could reuse that on the inside of some tiny cards. I think it was Patricia that mentioned in last week's video that I could make little sets of mini cards to sell in my store. I might do that. I would love to know if it's something that, you know, you think would be fun to purchase. I've also got all kinds of other exciting stuff that I'm working on. And okay, I'm not going to do all of them because I want to be inspired and I don't want them to be all the same. So for this first one, you can see, like, we could already like do something very simple, or we could just add, you know, something like this, or add some red behind it. Could do a really fun, very simple and simple and what was I gonna say? You know, not cluttered, like very minimal, which is not usually my style, but I feel like it could be fun. You know, sometimes there's certain people that you know are less are not like the clutter type and don't like much like the excess stuff, so that might be a good card for them. I could just glue that down. And yeah, the sun is out, but it's funny because it's been snowy and then the sun would come out and then it goes snowy again, and it's kind of hard. It's all over the place right now. We didn't have much snow in January, and then in February we're like getting a bunch of it. Okay, so here we go. See how cool that is? And then I'm thinking that I could just put the sentiment on the red. So I'm gonna cut this down. Might be a short video, but then every time I say that it ends up being a long one, so who knows. Like I said, I just plan to do the 5 cards and then take it from there. Okay, so I could put this there. I could have embossed it. It would have been really pretty. That could have been a good thing to do. Yeah, I have all these sentiments. I wonder if one of them would be good for this card. There's Let It Snow, but I'm not feeling like Let It Snow is the appropriate one for this. It's more like holidays. It's too big. Oh, I had forgotten I had all of these little cards that I could use. I could do another video and use these. It could be fun. Because sometimes, you know, like I don't want to do something big. Well, that would be pretty. And then I could put this on top of that and just go around it and put that there. Let's try that. I mean, the worst that's going to happen is I'm going to destroy this thing because it's not going to look good. Okay, where are my little scissors? I could, of course, die cut it, but then I would need to pull out my die cut machine and figure out what I'm doing, like figure out which die would work best, and so on and so forth. If I was making like professional cards, I would probably do that. Now I'm wondering if I put it like that, or if I put it like that and then put some bling here and there. This time I did pull out my bling ahead of time, which is pretty cool. Like I'm thinking 1, 2, oops, need to kind of align them. Am I in frame at least? 3 and 4 And then I would put like 2 at the top. 1 and 2. I'm wondering if I add that, if it would look good. Because this way it kind of equals balances it out. I think I want it without the red line. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. So I need to kind of align this so that it's in between the two. And then put this on. Then I can kind of put the image a little bit further without it looking weird, because there's something else to occupy the space. And then I can put my happy holidays. And voila, we've got our first card. Whoop, whoop. Always happy when I finally get one done. I don't even know. Okay, 12 minutes. So it's not the fastest, but it's not the slowest either. There's been times where I had not made any progress whatsoever. So little slivers, remove those. I didn't do a good job of keeping the red on the sides. But it's okay. It's different from the first, because on the first I didn't keep any of it. Now I've got a little bit of a border. And this time we could go with red. I think I have this piece of red cardboard, which could be used for this. So we'll remove this. So this was part of was inside one of those things that old cards, and I've had it in my stash for a while. And I was going to throw it away, but you know me, I can't throw anything away. So I just had to keep it. And yeah, so I just kept it, and now I get to actually use it, which is cool. So I'm thirsty. Trying to keep hydrated. and to drink more water. Okay, so I was gonna make it bigger, but I don't want to make it that big, so I'm gonna keep it smaller. And so far I haven't used any of the paper, like the paper pack, which is pretty cool. I'm wondering if I was to do it this way, that could be really fun. And you know what, I kind of like it just like that. I could add bling if I wanted, but I think I like it just like that, honestly. Okay, so this one will be a super fast one. Not even gonna put a sentiment on this one, because I just like it the way it is. And sometimes I have French cards, but I also have English ones. So by not putting a sentiment, I allow the liberty to be able to use them for either one of the two. Okay, so here we go. Super easy. So 2 cards done. And we've used up the part of the bottom part. Now I'm going to keep a border of the turquoise this time. Well, not turquoise, but more mint, I guess. Minty color. So I'm going to keep the border. And what about putting it this way? And I could use the inside, because this I can't use it. So I would use the inside this time around, because I want to use as much of this as possible. So we'll use that part. Because even though it's scraps, if I can use it as much as possible, that's the best. So on my website, I also added an About Me page, and I've also added a contact. Like if you have questions for me and you want to ask me, you can ask through my website. Figured that might be fun. And then I was thinking I could put this, let's say I do this, and then I would put this smaller and with a sentiment on it, if I can find one. Winter wishes, that doesn't work. I do have some of these. Like I could put something like that, but I don't like that. I don't like the round. I think it would be better if it wasn't round. And this is pretty, but it's gonna get lost. What if I was to put the sentiment like on this? Like, for example, if I was to do Mary. Really using a little scrap doesn't give me much chance. Yeah, that would be good. And I can cut that down. And put that on there. And then cut this down. Well, let's cut that first. And then we can cut it down. So this way I keep this full piece that way. And I can cut this one down. Oh, I'm liking this. Okay. So we've got 3 very different cards so far. And it's all made with the same card base. So I like doing stuff like that because it gives you kind of a challenge to see what type of different cards you could do with the same design. We've got 2 left. Like using the same thing, I'm getting much different results, right? So I think it's really fun. Kind of challenges your mind to think differently. I'm going to cut it down again this time. You know what? I'm going to keep the bottom part. And where's my card base? I was going to put it crooked, but with the fact that I kept this, I can't really do that. So I will just cut this down. And we'll do the last one crooked because somebody mentioned how I never put my thing, I always put everything very square. And it's very true. I tend to go square. I don't know why. It's just the way I think, I guess. Where's my happy holidays? Would it fit on there? Oh, not quite. Shoot. I have holiday, but that doesn't work. Too big. They're all way too big. There's the lettuce snow, but it could be pretty, but I don't feel it. Unless I put this one. Then if I do that, I feel like I need something underneath because it doesn't, I don't know. There's something that doesn't work for me. This must have been holiday greetings. Could I make it even smaller? Like remove that. I'm really using scraps. So, holiday greetings. I would need to keep like the a little bit bigger to actually be able to use this way. I feel like I would need just a tiny bit more. So I think we're gonna use it on the other one, and obviously this means that I'm not gonna make a crooked cardigan because I think that would be pretty, and I would use these two pieces, which also I'm pretty sure came from cards that I've had in I cut out in the past, you know? So let me glue these down, and then I can cut like the sides and the bottom and the top so that I can put it on top of the white card. And make it work. So holiday, whoops, holiday greetings. And then I'll just cut this down and cut that down. And see how good that looks already? Just because there's white on here and on here, and that just frames it, and I think it looks pretty good. And I don't need to do anything else to it. And it clearly looks more handmade, so that's good. Okay, now we're back to this one, who's giving me headaches. As I go back to a sentiment that like that. Or I put that, which I do find pretty, but then I need to put something underneath it. No, I don't like that at all, actually. So that's not working out for me. It'll really be this one. And it's not like totally covering. Shoot, 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 shoot. Unless I put something like that. And then I put that on top of that. And then I put that across. That might work. Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and it's gonna allow me to use this big piece that was floating around, and which is good. Feels crooked. I know I said I was going to do a crooked card, but I didn't mean crooked in that sense. Okay, so I'm going to try that. Here we go. And then I was to use this. Let's try it out. Because why not? It's only paper anyway, right? And not only is it paper, but it's scraps, so if I was to do that, and now I've got the sun right in my face. Could be pretty, but what if I was to do that? Yeah, I like that better. The only part that I think is that it's missing something here. I'm thinking like some bling or something. bright bling. So here we go. That's the last of the cards. So I think it's been a pretty long video. I think you got at least half an hour, and we made 5 cards using the same image, but I think they're a lot different one from one another, and I'm quite pleased with the result. So I can't wait to know which one is your favorite, and what do you think about doing this using the same design, but for you know, different type of cards. Looking forward to your comments. Love you guys and hope you have a fabulous week. See you next week. Bye.